Hello, you're watching K.A.Q, Kazzart Answers Questions. This will probably be a multi-part series depending on how fast I get through these questions. But yeah, I'm finally getting around to doing this. As you can see, I'm here in the kitchen. Of course I can't remember all the questions, so I've got my trusty laptop here. And yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to have this vlog somewhere different. You get to see more of my place and my things like my laptop. Ella has just decided to join us, so I'll just come and say hello. Say hello. That's right. Good girl. Okay, off you go. Ella's a little bit sick at the moment. She actually has a fever and is on antibiotics. We just took her to the vet today and had a bit of an incident last night, which was the reason we took her to the vet. She decided to poo and pee on the bed, which wasn't pleasant, and we were a bit mad at her at first, but now we understand. Yeah, so I think she's caught, the vet said she's probably caught a virus from one of us actually, and is running a high fever, so she'll be on antibiotics for a week. And she's a bit sleepy now, so alright, before we start, I am going to time myself to make sure I stop after 10 minutes. You know me and my track record of going way over time in my vlogs, so this is my trusty little stop time watch thing, timer thing. What do you call these things anyway? And I set it to 10 minutes, so time is set. Let's see how many questions I can answer in 10 minutes. Alright then. First question from zekejonez. I think that's how you pronounce your name. Okay, what are your technical skills and qualifications? As a nerd type, I am interested. How appropriate that I open my K.A.Q with a techie, geeky, nerdy question and answer. Alright, I am, as some of you may know, a web developer. I specialise more in front end. I'm not a designer, so I don't do graphics design and that kind of creative stuff. As much as I'd love to, I don't really have that kind of creativity, unfortunately. But I still very much have an interest in the front end of web development and making cool looking pages. So, yeah, my skills include HTML or XHTML and CSS and all the whole web standards, W3C standards, accessibility, cross-browser compatibility, and all that comes with that. Yeah, I also know some JavaScript and XML, XSLT transformations. Sorry if this completely bores the non-technical people out there. Please don't. Well, you can switch off for a bit and I'll tell you when it's over. Anyway, I also know some of the back-end side of things, so application development, mainly ASP.NET, C#. I do have a history in classic ASP using VB script, and I've done a little bit of VB.NET programming, very little though. But my more recent experience is with C#. Why do I feel like I'm in an interview? Yeah, and SQL Server 2000, transact SQL, store procedures, that kind of thing. What else? Oh yeah, Photoshop and programs like that. And I have some familiarity with content management systems as well. There are a few out there. I guess one of the big ones being Microsoft CMS. I've done a bit of that before. So yeah, those are pretty much my technical skills. Hope that answers your question. Okay, next question. ToadDaMushroomHead asks, when are you going to dump that old tea bag? Bracket, Kwai, close bracket. well, hopefully never. Otherwise, why would I be with him now? Yeah, I'll let you think about that answer. Okay, moving right along. Nightfox asks, will you ever move back to Australia? Short answer, yes. Long answer, yes, but not yet. I've, as you know, only recently started this new job. I'd like to stay at this company for, a couple of years, improve my skills. The whole IT industry here is probably a bit more advanced than what it is in Australia, and this kind of opportunity to work for this kind of company just doesn't come up every day, so it's something that I really want to take advantage of. There are also a few other factors that are keeping me here for now. I'm looking at a time frame of 2 years for now, and then kind of after 2 years I'll reassess and see how things go. The other reason is I'm going to start a part-time course at Goldsmith College, the place where I learned to do jazz piano stuff last semester. And this part-time course, if done outside of working hours, takes 2 years to complete. So, that means I'm stuck here for another 2 years. Yeah, so yes, I do plan on returning to Australia. I do not plan on staying here permanently. I really don't see myself raising a family here and doing all that kind of thing, because that would just really suck. And if not Australia, then another place where the lifestyle is better. Basically, I'm willing to put up with London for the moment, and enjoy what it's got to offer, and experience all that it's got. But in the long term, I want a better lifestyle, and a less expensive one too. Okay, Trube asks, how did you and Kwai meet and start dating? Me and Kwai met through a mutual friend. I met him here in London about 1 month after I arrived. I arrived here in May 2005, and I met him, I think, at the end of May. Basically, I came here by myself. I didn't know anyone, and except for my cousins. I have some cousins who live here. So I, was looked after by my cousins, and through them I met some of their friends and their circle of friends. So one friend, a guy called Vinny, was a friend of my cousin, and also a good friend of Kwai, and Kwai happened to be flatmates with this guy at the time. So, social occasions, friends barbecue, or going out for dinner one night, going to the movies. Yeah, those are the 3 first occasions that I met Kwai. And how we started dating, let's see. He, you got my version or his version? Mine is the truthful version. He asked me for my number not long after meeting me, and I was going to give it to him, but I kind of forgot, and yeah, didn't get around to it for about 2 weeks. And then I didn't know that he had a job offer in Frankfurt, so he was about to go to Frankfurt in June. So yeah, and he had asked me if I wanted to go clubbing and stuff like that, because that's, I wanted to do that kind of thing. A week before he went to Frankfurt, I said, hey, when are we going to go clubbing and stuff? Do you need my number? And yeah, he was like, I'm leaving in a week. But we decided to meet up anyway. I think our first time meeting up, just the 2 of us, was at karaoke at a pub. I really enjoy karaoke, and so does he, and we organised for friends to go, except, as Londoners are like, one friend was too busy and the other friend was, you know, unavailable and blah blah blah, and so it goes. And it ended up being just the two of us, so we decided to go ahead with it anyway. So we met up, went to karaoke, I sang a song, he sang a song, and we went to dinner afterwards, and yeah, that was our first meeting. The second time we met was, I was going to see a Ben Folds gig by myself, and I really wanted some company. So I asked him to come along and keep me company. He'd never really heard of Ben Folds before, but he came along, and yeah, that was our second meet-up. But these two weren't actually dates. They were just friends meeting up and hanging out. Our third meet-up, so the first one was on Monday, the second one was on Tuesday night, and the third one was our first date, and that was, yeah, to the cinema. We watched a movie, I think we had dinner, I think, yeah, somewhere. And yeah, oh my god, this is like 10 minutes already. Yeah, so yeah, that was our first date. Wednesday, about 3 days before he went to Frankfurt for 6 months. And then on the Thursday we decided to kind of start going out as like boyfriend, girlfriend kind of thing, even though he was leaving in 2 days. And you know, we're both kind of like, you know, see how it goes. I was kind of, you know, skeptical about whether things would work out, but I was willing to give it a go. And I guess things worked out. So yeah. And that brings us to 10 minutes. Jeez, I ramble on so much. Oh gosh. Okay, that will have to be it for part 1 of Kazzart Answers Questions. I guess you guys will just have to wait around for part 2. See ya.